A live look now at the U.S. Capitol as lawmakers return from a 2-week Easter recess. This afternoon, President Trump will host Speaker Mike Johnson at the White House. Later today, the Treasury Secretary is set to huddle with top Republican budget lawmakers. These are the first steps in a month-long marathon to pass what the president calls a big, beautiful bill supporting his agenda. The White House has already approved a budget blueprint, one that calls for trillions of dollars in tax breaks and spending cuts over the next decade. NewsNation's Joe Khalil is live on Capitol Hill. And Joe, given the GOP's slim majority, especially in the House, this process will be, again, a test of Republican unity.
It definitely will. And it's been a challenge so far for Speaker Mike Johnson and his leadership team to keep all House Republicans and all factions together. They have done it so far. They've passed several hurdles. But this is really where this is going to get tough. Speaker Johnson himself has put this self-imposed deadline of Memorial Day weekend to get this, as President Trump likes to call it, one big, beautiful bill to the president's desk. That is literally a month away, which means it's a pretty ambitious timeline. There is still a lot of work left to do here and fill in the gaps. So this is going to be House Republicans, Senate Republicans' biggest priority so far. And remember what is in this big package there. It's called budget reconciliation. But what that essentially means is you can put a whole lot of priorities into one package. So President Trump is looking at what he wants to spend on defense, what he wants to spend on border security, domestic and energy policies, the military, his tax cuts. All of that is at stake. All of that is going to be in this package right now. Where the rubber is going to meet the road, though, and where this may get really tricky for Republicans is there's a lot of discussion about Medicaid. And there are certain Republicans, it's not just Democrats, raising alarms that in the ambitious goal to cut trillions of dollars from the federal spending, that there may be serious cuts to services with Medicaid. A lot of Republican districts have voters that rely on Medicaid. That is their primary source of health care. And we've heard several more moderate Republicans, people like Congresswoman Nichole Berlie from New York, talk to me about this before they left for their recess. Take a listen to what she said here.
What we made very clear is we won't vote for something that takes away benefits from seniors, the disabled, and vulnerable people that we represent who rely on Medicaid. We want to cut the fraud, waste, and abuse. I think there's significant savings there. We can achieve upwards of $500 billion over 10 years. But outside of the things that we've discussed, like work requirements and taking illegal immigrants off of the rolls and cutting back on the actual abuse that we're seeing, we will not do anything that will impact benefits. And the Speaker's made that very clear, and the President's made it very clear that he agree with us.
So as we mentioned, lots of Hill leaders heading over to the White House today, and they will also be hashing some of this stuff out as Congress comes back. There's a lot of work to be done this week.
Certainly is. All right, Joe Khalil, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.